Alright, now in order to solve this absolute value inequality, what we first need to do is isolate the absolute value signs. And so what I'm going to do, so given this 9 minus 4 times the absolute value of 7x minus 2 is less than negative 3, I'm first going to subtract 9 from both sides. It's going to get rid of this 9 on the outside here. So we'll have negative 4 times the absolute value of 7x minus 2 is less than negative 12. Then what I'm going to do is divide both sides by negative 4, resulting in the absolute value of 7x minus 2 is greater than 3. And again, now it's greater than because I've divided by a negative value here, and that flips the inequality sign. Alright, now that I've isolated the absolute value sign, I need to analyze the inequality sign here. This is saying the absolute value is greater than 3. So going back up to my rules here, what I do is, for the greater than sign, I split my inequality into these two inequalities with an OR statement in between. So greater than that p-value or less than the negative of that. So let's do that with this statement right here. So what I'll get is that 7x minus 2 is greater than 3, or 7x minus 2 is less than negative 3. Solve each of these. Adding 2 to each side, what I get is 7x is greater than 5. Dividing by 7, so I get x is greater than 5/7. On the other side, what I get adding 2, I'll get 7x is less than negative 1. Dividing by 7, I get x is less than negative 1/7. These are a bit awkward since they're fractions, but there's really no big difference here. The big issue, just to make sure, is that negative 1/7 is a smaller number than the 5/7, but let's graph this on a number line just to kind of visualize it. Alright, so first x is bigger than 5/7. 5/7 is a number just smaller than 1. And the details aren't the really important part, but I'm just going to graph that right here. So that would be about 5/7. This number is bigger than 5/7, or the number is less than negative 1/7, which is just less than 0. So we have this set right here. It's supposed to be a parentheses. Alright, so the answers are in interval notation. We describe these two sets individually. We have numbers less than negative 1/7, which is from negative infinity to negative 1/7, not including 1/7, can't include infinity. And the number is bigger than 5/7. That is our set. And again, these are disjoint sets, which happens when we have greater than inequalities.